Okay, you guys, heard a bunch of sirens going on. Turned on the CB. I'm kind of lost for words right now. I'm trying to make sure I got everything I need. Anyway, active shooting going on Sandy Boulevard in Portland, Oregon.
Check with P-Bot, see if they have anybody that can come out and help with traffic control, close down the roads.
That sounds like an officer may have got shot. Also, I'm about a half mile from it, but this gridlock, I kind of got to it late. I was editing some stuff.
121, let's keep them staged until we get a little more information on when that's outstanding.
So I was editing a video and I heard sirens, a couple sirens. So as I was continuing to editing, I heard more and more sirens.
Westbound train is asking if they can go, or do you want to hold it? ICQ-19 disregard. I'll tell them to stand by and wait.
I didn't bring it. I thought I brought it. I had my son grab it, but never mind.
Alright, 10-7, don't let that gun get rained on. Preserve the DNA.
Looks like they found a gun. So it's about a half mile up.
We have a reaction team along the railroad tracks. So our suspect's supposed to be between the railroad tracks and Sandy Boulevard.
So I'm on Sandy.
Maybe a little bit east of 158. The plan is we have a reaction team here to deal with her. We want to get eyes on her first with the UAS, and they're en route. They should be here shortly.
Up ahead, you can see a bunch of flashing lights. That's where it's at.
Once you see you in the Sandy area.
The units that are on Sandy Boulevard, just east of 158. Be careful. She's in the fluid area, probably less than 20 yards north of you.
East of 158. So I'm at 141st.
Portland's going to have their airplane. See if they can tap them out if we need it. It's going to take a while.
Delta unit is here. When he's ready, he'll let you know.
Sounds like an officer may have got shot, perhaps, by this person.
Operators, if you guys need tactical, in addition to what you have.
I didn't bring my hand.
They want to form a contact team on the Sandy Boulevard side in case she breaks herself.
Okay, how far east from 158 do we need to be?
I think she's about 100 yards.
So they're locking down the street that I'm on, probably at the next traffic light. I've had, while I was getting prepared to go live.
One of the Portland dogs wants to take the south side of the slope. We have the track side.
While I was preparing to go live, I had about 5 cop cars pass me.
And 3113s are set up. You have a vehicle prepared to do loud help up from the Sandy Boulevard side of the grid.
Sounds like there might have been an officer shot, like a sheriff. This probably happened within the past 10 or 15 minutes. Yes, I'm back in Oregon. I don't know how many people are shot right now, but it does sound like there's an active shooter.
Only for information, the first shots were probably around the 230 block of Sandy.
230 block of Sandy, the first shots. So up there you can see, I'll zoom in, you can see the flashing lights right up there. So that's where they're diverting people. So I will not be able to get through the crime scene, unfortunately. I didn't grab no press badges or anything like that. I need...
12, 12. Just be aware that there are some different caliber rounds in the vehicle. The gun found is a 40 caliber, and there's some 22 caliber rounds in the car.
Could be different caliber rounds found in the vehicle.
So I'll pull over up here and get out the car.
10-11.
Hello.
Since we got this contained, we're slowing it down. Let's make some movements with the team so we can get rid of this crossfire. And so the folks on the slope, do you have the best vantage point? The PPV team needs to move over to the intersection to the west. That makes sense?
So it sounds like there's crossfire going on.
Yeah, 31. That makes sense. We'll stay to the east, about 100 yards east of 158 if you guys want to shift west. Oh, we have an L on the problem.
So they have it blocked down.
We'll have visible containment. The apartment complex blocked. We're going to take this whole PPE unit and move it to the intersection. I believe it's 158, and we'll be there with a team if needed.
Okay, let me know when you're set.
6, do you guys want to take this to a TACnet, or you want to be fine staying here?
So it sounds like there might be, here's another cop coming. Couple. Sheriffs.
Hey, Mike, just trying to clarify, you guys okay staying in net, or you want to go to a TACnet for the search?
They're going to go left. One's going
Let's
straight.
just keep the tactical part of this net for now. If you guys need to switch regular traffic to another net, do it.
I don't know if they're allowing people to get through this intersection. Guess we'll find out in a minute. If they're not, I'll pull over to the side of the road and get out and walk.
You provide the description of the female?
Yes, it is by Costco.
White female, brown hair, looks like it was up in a brown hair ponytail, gray sweatshirt with some colorful writing on the back, and black pants.
So yes, they're making people turn. They are making people turn.
Suspect is a white female, brown hair, and a ponytail, or a Vaughn gray sweatshirt with colorful writing on the back and black pants.
So they have the road blocked right there. So I'm gonna go up the way here and come back down this other road and get out and walk. Unless there is another, there might be a back way, which I'm about ready to find out. There is.
10 and 11.
All right, right up here.
If it hasn't been designated, let's pick one net for all of North and all of County to operate for this mission on. I know there's this discussion about an encrypted net versus something else, so if the IC can let me know what that is, we'll get everyone switched over. Canine 16 search team, just FYI, there's like a slough or a creek just north of where we are, and there's a lot of bird activity in there all of a sudden. I'm scooping them up.
I'm looking to see which way to go, folks. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay. I'm gonna go straight. Get a little bit closer.
Everyone, we're over the air. Last known location of suspect. It's going to be just south of this cell phone tower, about probably the 160 block on the north side of the slough, just south of the track.
They're turning around.
And it's going to be the cell phone tower that is just to the east of the reaction team, the PCS here, on the just south of the railroad tracks.
KXL just said stay away. Well, you know what? You know what? We go to danger.
To the IT.
Danger, I'm going in.
Go ahead. We need to go to one net. There's a lot of moving parts on 2 different nets. Do you want to bring everyone over to county net, or do you want to select an encrypted net? I know there was concerns about a scanner.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Doctors will be here for now. We don't all have encrypted.
Alright.
Okay, county net will be the net. Dispatch, pass it along, and let's move everyone over to county net.
So there goes dispatch. We will not be able to hear the scanner. Sounds like they're cutting it off. But anyway, I got to a location. I want to get out the car.
Yeah, Anderson to Tatro. You fly over by the tracks, I can kind of point in the direction last seat.
All right, I'm gonna put the phone down for a minute, you guys. Just bear with me.
Please confirm that all trains are stopped now.
Try to see. I had my son grab my thing, my handheld gimbal.
Advise all trains are stopped at this point.
I must have left it on the table when I was running out the house. More police cars. All right. So they're allowing the people to go westbound, which is interesting. They're allowing folks to go westbound, but they're not allowing people to go east. Okay, it looks like, actually, you know what? I can probably get a little bit closer. I want to get a little bit closer. I want to get a little bit closer. So they have it blocked down there, right there. They have it blocked down there to come, to go east on Sandy. That's 148. They have a train. They slowed the train down. They got a hold of the train because the person or whatever the activity is going on is going on along the tracks. So they slowed the train down there. It's going really slow because at the next intersection is where the activity is happening. And I want to go down that way. I want to get back in the car and go down that way. Right down there. Right now I'm at basically 148th and Sandy Boulevard, Portland, Oregon. Sounds like there's an active shooter, possibly a sheriff or officer shot as well. There is crossfire going on. There is crossfire happening as well. There goes the train behind.
Or northbound right now.
This is what we do, right? And this is why I say it's real news. This is why I say it's real news. So this is where like the super chats, the donations come into play, because being out here doing this, like I said, this is what the real news is about. Let me go down. Apparently only bullets flew eastbound. Right. No, I don't have my vest on.
There's one strike on the front of 1095 Ridge.
Right after.
You check 604 John King. It's a silver vehicle behind the Jorgensen building off of Mason. It's driving around like it's looking for somebody.
What's another copy?
Right down there they got blocked. So I will not be able to get any closer out.
515.
515.
Show me using this radio, same cell phone. Show me IC on this, and I'm working on setting up a command post.
Set up a command post.
35 out of 15 IC and 5796. I copy one strike on the front of 5795 Ridge.
Alright, let me get out. So the train is actually coming to a stop now. So the trains came to a stop because the stuff that is happening is
Officers on the side. Picture of the female has been sent to your email.
Okay, so it looks like it might be just north of the railroad tracks. They do have looks like they might have some SWAT out here already. The shooting's on 158. It's like 158 just north of the railroad tracks on Sandy Boulevard. So right across it. There's an officer there. One right there at that building. That's 158th right there. And then coming all up the tracks, and then down here at this intersection they have it blocked off more. Like I said, it sounds like there could be an active shooter somewhere in this vicinity over there. And they got the train, they have the train completely stopped. They're not allowing the train to move at all.
They won't let us go down there?
So I'll go a little bit closer down this way toward the officers. So it looks like that person might be at the building down over that way. So the medical is at. Looks like they may have got the person.
Not even really that with them. I can direct them in. Where do you want them? Just on Sandy, just 162. Okay.
I'll see if they want to have a. I'll see if they'll have a.
11 to Sergeant McDaniel. Go ahead, Newsweek.
They're trying to say you might not live stream. You know, we
can. Resources for you and the county IC to work through. Around 4 or 5 tour operators.
So I might go around down that way because there's a lot of activity down that way. Where cars are at, where there's an intersection that's blocked as well. There's another cop car right there. So it's somewhere in between this block. That's where it's at. And this officer, he didn't want me to live stream. I kind of. They do have a lot of units out here as well. There's a lot of units, so people are not allowed to come up southbound on 158. They're not allowed to come up on 158. from this intersection, which is right over here. They're making people go west on whatever street that is. I'm not sure exactly what street that is down there. So again, if you guys are just tuning in, it sounds like there was an active shooter taking place, and it started probably about a half hour ago. And they have everything diverted. They have the train over here stopped because a person is somewhere along the train tracks or down in these fields someplace, or behind the building somewhere in this vicinity. There's a shooter, and it sounds like there's a possibility that maybe an officer was shot. So they are looking for the person. Don't know if they caught them or not yet. They have the whole street finally shut down, even going westbound. Going westbound and eastbound, the whole street is completely shut down. This is Sandy Boulevard. This is one of the major streets in Portland, Oregon, where people go in and out, basically of downtown, east and west. It's completely shut down. Twitter says that they have caught 2 people. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, this officer here didn't want me to live stream for whatever reason, but yeah, we're able to do that since we're out in the public. So what I want to do, you guys, I'm going to go, oh no, they have the train blocked. I was going to go down to the next intersection, the one I came from, and go across the tracks, but that's not going to happen right now because that train is actually going across the road. So again, this situation happened probably about a half hour ago, 30 minutes ago. I left my house probably about 5 minutes after I heard the first siren. And usually I don't leave unless I hear multiple sirens, which, you know, if it's a big event like this, the sirens usually last probably about 5 to anywhere from 3 to 8 minutes. You'll just hear a constant flow of sirens. So it was about the 5-minute mark. I kept hearing sirens, and so I turned on the scanner on my phone, and I heard that it was fairly close, a couple miles from my home, and so I just jumped in the car and started heading toward the direction where I heard them say the number of streets, and ran into it. And so, like I said, we're down here 162nd now. Actually, it's 158. That way's 158. Where you see a cop over there in the distance, right there, with their stuff on, with their sirens or their flashing lights. And then to the right of that is 162nd, just a couple blocks east of 158, 162nd. So they have it blocked from 162nd in Sandy Boulevard all the way down to 148th in Sandy Boulevard. You can see this whole street is it's blocked. Nothing is going on. You know, and people do live up in this area here. They do live up in this area. They cannot go eastbound. They can only go west, which you just saw that car come out and go westbound. This train is blocking 148th Avenue Street. So people, I mean, which is another street where people go north and south. People cannot cross the train tracks going north or south. Airport Way is just to the north. Down that way, Airport Way is just to the north. And these streets, like 136, 148, 158, are all ways for people to get home from work if they're taking Airport Way or whatnot. Those streets go north and south, 158, 162nd, 148. So I'm sure if you look on Google Maps, it's probably backed up everywhere in this vicinity. So I was going to go down there where those officers are, right over there at that corner. It might be Mason, I believe, 158th and Mason. And I heard them say that they might bring in the medical team. That they may bring in the medical team here soon. There's another cop officer pulling up right there, turning left here on the screen. That's the Portland Police. They're going westbound on whatever street that is. That might be Mason. Make my way. I want to try to get down to the other side. I gotta look at my Google Maps real quick to see if I can maneuver around. From where I'm at, I don't think I can. I'd have to go back down to 136th Avenue in Sandy Boulevard and then come back east, which I can do. I will have to head home soon though, get ready for the show with the fellas within the next 15 minutes. So a lot of cars here are passing by trying to get out of this neighborhood. I'm going to look at my Google Maps in a minute.
Going to be transferring my male custody up to AMR and then following them to the hospital.
AMR, they're following somebody to the hospital. All right. See if I can get through somewhere to the other side. Okay, 148th is back. It's jammed. It's backed up bad. Okay, so that street down there is Mason. I can get to it, but I can only get to it from Airport Way, which Airport Way is backed up. 148th is backed up because of the train. So because of the train, in between Airport Way and Sandy Boulevard is completely gridlocked. There's no movement. And if people do move, they have to go either from Airport Way. Yeah, they can't because the train is blocked, so they're just sitting there. Move around. So I'm sure on that street people are probably doing a lot of U-turns because there's no other way to access and to move around. Yeah, it's a pretty bad area to get gridlocked and for traffic to be able to move around. might be another vantage point I have. Let me see if I can do this. There might be another vantage point. This here might be.
Private 35 return.
On the bomb.
Oh, they have a fence there. So this is a better vantage point, but they have a fence there. So this is the intersection. You can see all the cop cars right out here.
31-3 for the QRTs. The UAS is going to do the battery swap, and when it's back up, we're going to loud hail. Test compliance.
So this is actually a pretty good vantage point here, but there's no way for me to. I mean, I can peek through.
Battery swap. We'll loud hail after it's back up.
Peek through the fence, but you're not going to get anything good.
Yeah, 4117. Show me how Delta 1, please.
4113.
But if they got who they need by now, basically it's going to be done anyway. They're just, you know, they'll probably have a press conference. Yeah, it sounds like that. It's.
I get Sergeant Cortez to give me a call on my cell phone.
I think it's done for the most part. I think they got who they needed to get by now.
No, he's on the phone right now.
No one's huffing and puffing and running around.
Cert 1. Cert 1. We're going to support the search for the QRT, and we will be on Sandy, just east of 158.
They're going to be east of 158. That was the street I just showed you through the fence. That was 158. So they're searching. They're going to be searching for something there, 158, just east of 158. So I should have got to it sooner, you guys. I should have got to it sooner before they blocked down the roads. But like I said, I didn't. So again, if you guys are just checking this out, this is Sandy Boulevard. Sandy Boulevard, right where I'm at currently. And 154th, and just to the right. There was a shooting there of some sort. There was a shooting of some sort at that street. It sounded like there might have been some crossfire between police and the person of interest. They stopped the train, which is going eastbound toward the Columbia River Gorge. I would like to get to the other side, but I'm not going to because I don't have the time to maneuver around right now because of the show that's going to be starting in the next hour with the fellas. So I am going to sign off, you guys. And thank you guys for kind of tuning in for the action. Man, a lot of stuff happening today, obviously. There's mainstream news that just showed up down the way. And of course they have the bigger cameras to zoom in. I don't, but they're late. They're late. I was on time. They're late. So I see an ambulance coming in the distance. I'll turn it around. You guys can driving east, or excuse me, west. So they have this whole street blocked. There's a train on the right. As I was explaining, with the train, it's going through 148. Let me pull over while this ambulance comes. It's going through the intersection of 148. Right here on the right where the traffic lights are at. Here comes the ambulance. Oh, they're not allowing the ambulance to come straight? That's interesting. All right. I thought that ambulance was coming to, but they're not. Anywho, there's a long train. That's 148. Wait, oh, that's looking at me. Never mind. I forgot it was looking at me. So the train is right here. It's still going down. It's probably even going down to 136. It looks like it is. Looks like it's going through 136.
You went through the Delta units. You guys ready to press the line up?
Yeah, go ahead.
So 136 is where Costco is at. The Portland Costco. That intersection is completely shut down because of the train is going across.
3132D containment elements. We're going to begin level.
So these side streets that go north and south are completely backed up. To the right, if you go, that's going north. If you turn here, is going north. That goes to Airport Way, which Airport Way is obviously Airport Way. It goes to the airport. So that street is completely shut down, blocked. It's gridlocked because this train is not being able to move because of the police activity that's down at 158 in Sandy Boulevard. So that they have the trains completely shut down. So from 158 and Sandy Boulevard, this train is stretching from the beginning to end, going up here to 122nd and Sandy Boulevard. But at 122nd, the train is actually an overpass, so it goes over the road. Yeah, it's just a little bit, it's just shy of 122nd and Sandy. So, all right, you guys, let me get out of here. Appreciate you and jumping on, sharing it out, letting people know. It also helps as far as people's commute, getting home, letting people know what's happening around the city. So appreciate it. Make sure you guys go to the donate link or the tab, whatever.
3134 warning's been given as you've been directed to walk to the fence to the north.
On americanstreets.com/donate. On americanstreets.com/donate. I will see you guys in about an hour on Rumble, only on Rumble, for the show In the Now, followed by at 8 o'clock my show, which will be on all platforms. So I'll see you guys then. Until then, God bless you guys. Talk to you later.